am DeRoy Cruz. I am your life applications officer. I want to play around with this video right here. Okay. Check, make sure everything's good. Okay, take this off. This young lady, I've been watching her for some time. I've seen about 3 of her videos. And the very first video of hers I watched, she was in a pool. And she had the camera focused on her bum while she was in a pool, wearing a strange bikini. And when I first saw her, I thought, like, well, you know, even though she's a little provocative, she's a really smart, honest, happy Filipina. Okay? But what I noticed lately is this. Things like this, you know. So she knows how to dance like a bar girl. Okay? Now, to a lot of y'all don't have a problem with that. You know, knowing how to dance like whatever. As long as somebody's getting something out of it, you don't care. You know, because you're far beyond what a man is to a woman. You're past that. Like, you don't care about that. Like, what a man actually is to a woman. Now, here in the Philippines, women understand that a man is their status. And so whether they're with an old man or a young man, they have to have his status. And for some reason, more Filipinas, especially the pretty ones, and the ones that have decent figures, and the ones that are working and all like that, they do not go after Filipino men. Now, if a girl is with a Filipino man since, you know, school, that she met in college, or that she met, you know, her high school sweetheart, and he's the man that took her virginity or whatever, 9 out of 10, I say in this country, I'd say 7 out of 10. Okay? No, I'd say 1 out of 10. Okay? She may take him to be she may take him for marriage. She may forget her attitude about foreigners and take him as her husband and have children by him and try to stay together, because they've been together since, you know, high school. Okay? My stepson is married to his high school sweetheart. Okay? And they've been together for, I think their anniversary is 10 years now. For them, that's great. Now, did they go out there? Did they both go out there and do their own thing first? Yes. But then they came back together when they seen it wasn't working with anybody else. They, you know. But here's a couple things I want to say. First of all, tall women in the Philippines, they have their attitude about men, and the tall Filipinas, they, a lot of times they don't even hang out with the short Filipinas, as far as, like, you know, just hanging out doing a walk around town or something like that. But you have the tall Filipinas that are tall and beautiful. You have the light-skinned Filipinas that are more like Chinese looking and Japanese looking. And then you have the wealthy, the Filipinas that have a job, and they have a good job where they can take care of themselves. Okay? Most of these Filipinas that are dating these old men And most of these Filipinas that are going after foreigners and never even gave the idea of being with a Filipino man a chance are, number one, the short ones, the ones that are nice and brown complected, which I think the browner you are in an Asian features mixed with brown skin is, to me, is made in heaven. Okay, but they don't see it that way. Everybody that is Asian, from here to the continent of Asia, from America and the UK to the continent of Asia, they see it as women that are pale, like no tan, just pale. They call that fair skin, and they call that more beautiful and more desirable. And it's not the men that are saying that. That's a thing with women. Okay. Now Asian men that are like Chinese, they may, a lot of the rich Chinese, people, they feel that the lighter skin complexion, because for them, most people already have it in their country. Like in China, most people already have it. Some people have to bleach their skin to get it, but they have it. Mike, I've been listening to a lot of Mike's Filipina journey lately, and Mike has been talking about all this stuff, okay? I might show you a clip of Mike in a minute. But first of all, these Filipinas, what do you think it's like if a Filipina is light skinned, like a white girl? She's tall, okay, and she's beautiful, and she's successful. Who is she gonna hook up with? Probably Brad Pitt. I mean, who is she gonna hook up with? Okay, now get that out of the way. Now, you got these women, and it's usually if you look at the women, first of all, that go crazy over foreigners. Most of them are short. Most of them are dark complected, like my color, and some darker and some a little bit lighter. And most of them, whether they work or not, they only make a little bit of money for them and their family. These are the women that are after foreign men. Now, you have foreign men that are old enough and mature enough, like let's say a foreign man in his 40s who is retired early in the Philippines. He's old enough to take care of his Filipina, for the deal that she's bringing to the table. Now, over here in America, we have a term called, what are you bringing to the table? What is the Filipina bringing to the table? Well, what a Filipina is bringing to the table is supposed to be submissiveness. The one thing that we don't get over here in the U.S. But now, you'll find out if you watch enough of these videos that they don't like you claiming that they're submissive. Okay? But yet, if you watch the videos of a lot of passport bros, while they're sitting there doing a video, she wants you to see her hiding from the camera while she's in the kitchen cooking and cleaning, and it's like that every video. And then these guys get in these videos, and they can demand a glass of water. Like, what's wrong with asking for a glass of water? Hey, I need some water. Like, my man, the black Filipino. Hey, I need some water. Dude, just ask your wife for a glass of water, man. Why you gotta show off like that? You know what I mean? Like, instead of just saying, hey, sweetheart, would you mind getting me a glass of water? No, he wants to show you how submissive these Filipinos are. So I was like, I need some water. Go back to America if you're going to act like that. Take your black behind back to America. That's the way I feel about that. Take your black behind back to America and get that black girl, okay, get that black girl that you claim ain't submissive. And try that crap with her. I need some water. Just ask for it, bro. She's right there. You can see her shadow in the video. Hey, sweetheart, would you mind getting me a glass of water? Come on, man. And then the same thing, you know, sunshine showers, okay? I'm just throwing this in there, you know, adding on to this, how y'all screw up with this stuff. Sunshine showers, okay? He'll sit there, like I said this in another video, he'll sit there and say, oh, well, you know, a man needs certain things in the bedroom. And my wife, she's sitting right there. Sitting, you know, just slightly leaning over so she can get in the video. And he says, my wife will do anything I ask her to do. And she, you know, what world's he talking about? What's that got to do with sex? You know what I mean? Like, sunshine. If you're asking your wife to lick your butthole, okay, I think you need to find yourself a trans woman. Okay? Go find yourself a trans woman, that's somebody that's into that kind of stuff. You know, that's in a male body, and have him lick your butthole. What do you mean, my wife do anything I ask her to do? If you've been watching the videos, all these Filipinas are into the basics of sex, including oral sex. Where Sunshine was going with this, did he need to bring that up? Like, and that's another thing, these Filipinas. Oh, I want to do this video. Today I want to talk about what foreigners want in the bedroom. What Filipinas want in the bedroom. She spends the whole video talking to you about how Filipinos are worried about what's going to happen in the bedroom. I'm about to pack my bags, sweetheart, and go back to America. You're afraid, you ain't no virgin, and you're afraid of what's going to happen in the bedroom. What happened the last time you was in the bedroom? Why do you have a body count if you're so afraid of what's going to happen in the bedroom? You're a liar. You're trying to arouse foreign men to snatch you up is what you're doing. Filipina women want what's in the bedroom just like women in the United States want what's in the bedroom. Okay? Now let's talk about this age gap crap. Okay? Get back to this. That is not a Filipina married to an old man and happy. That is a Filipina prostituting herself to an old man. Okay? That is not a Filipina. She got her back out and she's letting you know that that outfit to her is to stimulate you sexually. Okay? She's letting you know that. Last video I watched of hers, she had the camera on her butt. And she had one of them, you know, V-shaped bikini bottoms on. Where you see all of her butt except, you know, the hairy part. Okay? What are you doing? Let me tell you something about the Philippines. Women in the Philippines, whether they want to use the heat got them screwed up or whatever. Women in the Philippines have no morals about sex. I've been listening to Mike lately, Mike talking about, oh, you know, You're going to find out by the time you marry a Filipina, you've been going back and forth from the Philippines to America. You're going to find out, she's going to tell you right before your wedding day or after your wedding day. Oh, that she did Paul, Silo, Mandingo, and Crypto, okay? She did all four of them while she's waiting on you to come back to the Philippines. Okay? They don't really have strong morals about sex and sexual activity in the Philippines. Okay? Mike had a guy on his show that believed his Filipina was cheating on him with her dad. Then later on, she said he was a friend of her dad. And then it went back to just simply dad. And I'm not saying that all Filipinas are like this. But I'm saying this is some third world BS. Okay? This is some third world BS. This is third world stuff that goes on in third world countries. Women always having sex, but never happily married. Women getting passed around and men getting passed around by women. You standing in a room full of women, you done slept with all the women in the room. And we're all going to act like it don't mean nothing. And then she standing in a room full of men, and she done slept with all of y'all. And y'all looking at each other, which one is taking her home tonight to get a second shot? You got my man Larry over in the Philippines showing videos of him hunting these Philippines down and just throwing money at them to go to bed with them. And they're not all bar girls. Wherever he goes at in the Philippines, this is why his channel is so great. This is why men love him. Because he goes out there and wherever he goes, hey, what can I buy you, sweetie? Or where can I date you? Or where you want to meet at? You know what I'm saying? Can I buy you a drink? Whatever. And he gets laid. And then he does a video about it every time. The opposite of what the Filipina P is teaching you. And what she's also trying to keep you from doing. Larry does it. And all these white men, I guarantee you, most of the comments section are hairy old white men that love this. They love his channel. They should be giving him no likes, no subscribers. The guy's a complete a-hole. All he does is make this channel where he brags about seducing all these Filipinas. He probably slept with this girl right here. And maybe he did sleep with the Filipina P. Because one thing I'm learning is that this right here, you just seen her go from her little outfit to this outfit right here. Okay? Alright? And what do you think they're doing behind the scenes? You think she's acting this punctual behind the scene? No, she's not. When her man ain't around, that's another thing. When she's out with her girls, that's another thing. When other men, especially foreigners, come around, that's another thing. Okay, now, am I still going to go to the Philippines? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am waiting to count my dollars and pack my bags. I'm coming to the Philippines, baby. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going. Because as much as I love China, I'm not going. As much as I love Japan, I'm probably not going unless I go with somebody. Okay? In the rest of Asia, the prettiest girl I've ever seen was from Indonesia. But I'm not going to Indonesia. Okay? But I'm going to the Philippines. And when I go, I'm going to have a metal bracket tied around my pelvis. Okay? And all the crap that I hear in the Philippines, I might have to find a way to strap a gun somewhere, or have a gun on my person somewhere, because of the crap that I'm hearing. Okay? But I'm going to be locked down when I go over there, and I'm probably going to be walking around with a Bible in my hand. They're going to nail me to a cross and crucify me before I make it out of there. Because there's some sexually explicit, illicit nonsense that is the basic culture of the Philippines. Mike talked about the 4 M's. Now, you got women that will actually brag about doing the 4 M's. But you got women that are doing the 4 M's. And I can't tell you what that means. Maybe I can show you the video where you can find out what that means. But a lot of Filipino women are doing the 4 M's with these old men. This age gap thing is not about love. It's about prostitution. Okay? Now I'm going to show you this girl's husband. Okay? Her husband's going to come into the picture pretty soon. Let me see here. There he is. Okay? Here she does that crap again. Let me play it. Let me start from there. Look. There she goes again. She wants to show you her back being out. Okay? She's letting you know that her back being out, what that means to a man. Okay? Now, look at him. And if you want to watch this video, let me see, what's the name of it? Retirement with Age Gap Filipina. It's Ting. Her name is Ting. Ting, the Ordinary Filipina, okay? Ting, T-I-N-G, the Ordinary Filipina. You can go this and listen to this, her talking to her husband. Now look, she acts like a nurse around her husband. This is what nurses do when old men and women come to the hospital. Okay? They always put their hand on his arm. And, if he's aching in other parts of his body, she may put his hand on his thigh. Nothing sexual. Just part of being a nurse. Okay? But she's not the only Filipina I've seen do this. I've seen plenty do this. This is not a happy couple. And there's a part in here. You can go watch this video if you want. There's a part in here where he goes to talking about things that she don't want him to talk about. And he's like, well, we have to talk about that. Okay? And it's like, let me tell you something. If you sleep with a man and you are not 100% attracted to him, it's prostitution. If you sleep with a man because of what he's doing for you and not because you are madly in love with him. Okay? Now don't get me wrong, in the Bible days they did it too. This ain't nothing new. This is just something still going on. But back in the Bible days they did it too, where women married men for survival. And God was okay with it. Okay? But it all depends on the circumstance. Just like polygamy. There's no reason to practice polygamy in the United States. Now again, I can understand 2 out of 200% out of the population is with an old expat that's old enough to be the granddad, like right here. Okay? Like one guy saved this woman's life and put her through college. And she showed her love for him by moving to Canada with him and being his wife. She felt that she owed that to him because this guy put a lot of money into her. But when you go out there and you say, I'm looking for an old expat, I'm looking for someone 60 years old and up, that's what I'm looking for. Why are you looking for that? And why does it not matter when you meet a foreigner? Why does it not matter? See the look on her face while he's talking? There's no relationship there. He's just talking. Then he's got to look at her like, you hear, do you understand what I'm saying? Am I doing it right for the video, sweetheart? Like, no, this is prostitution. That's what this is. This is prostitution. Now, I'll show you another way it's prostitution. Are they at home together all day? Is she at home tending to him all day? Or is she at home when she knows it's time to have sex and when it's time to cook? You think he's going to go and do TikTok videos with her? You think he's going to follow her all over the Philippines and jump in all the different rivers and pools with her? See, in order for a woman to be... I've met some women that are married to old men, to older men. And after spending a moment with them, I understood why. Because these women don't want to do nothing. They stay at home. They cook, they clean, they take care of their animals. That's all they do. They don't never want to go out nowhere. They don't want to go swimming. They don't want to wear a bikini. They don't want to dress up and look all hot and sexy. All they want to do is stay home. And if they want to be sexy, they got their old fart right there. If they want to have sex, well, hopefully he can get it up tonight. Okay? But you can understand how she ended up with an old fart. You can understand. Okay? But this right here, this right here, that right there, that is not a young Filipina married to an old age expat and they're madly in love. Because why do I have to care about how good she looks with her back out if she's happily married to this old fella? Okay? So I'm gonna take you away from there and let me see if I can find one of the other videos that I hope this does. I knew it was going to do that crap. Instead of just let me go back. Let me see. Here's another one. Let me see. That's not it. Where is it? Okay, look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these two girls. Okay, but look, let me show you how they posted the beginning of the video. Okay, look at the video. Okay, let me do something here because they're not letting me. Look at this. See the picture of the video? There's her video that I just showed you, and then there's there right there. Right there. See how they're dressed? You know what I'm saying? Now, these girls are tall, okay? But, you know, it changes on what kind of aspect that they want when, and the name of that video is Facts Dating Filipinas, okay? These Filipinas, okay, here's a video that I was watching about Mike. Biggest thing to avoid with a Filipina. And in here, he talks about, you know, the age gap and how, you know, you need to watch out what it's going to cost you as a foreigner to be with a younger Filipina. Now, me personally, I don't mind my Filipina or my white woman, black woman, or whatever I'm dating to be my age. Okay? Or close to my age. I don't even mind if she's a little bit older than me. My wife was 6 years older than me. Okay? I don't mind as long as she is sexable. As long as it ain't like, okay, you know, she's old about sex, I'm young about sex. You know what I'm saying? We got to be compatible that way, okay? You know, she just want to sit at home, I want to get out of the house and do things, okay? You know what I mean? Like, I know I want to travel. I know that I want to take my woman places. I don't want to just be sitting in the house. Me and my ex-wife did that. I ain't doing that no more. Not just sitting in the house. My kids are grown now. Just got done talking to my stepson yesterday. Me and him going to be meeting up. You know what I'm saying? When I start working for Uber, me and him going to meet up. We're going to be seeing each other, having lunch and that together. Because he's out there doing public transportation as well. So we can just meet up somewhere in our proximity or provincity or whatever, however you want to pronounce the word. But here's Mike. Get you to look at Mike here. Mike is always addressing the issues about the Philippines and all these Filipina bloggers way better than I ever could. Okay? Mike is really, really, really good at this stuff. Okay? So, again, you know, he said something in here earlier about, you know, what if your wife wants to shop? Well, you know, it's the younger Filipinas that want to do that. Like the younger Filipinas, and I want to say this real quick before closing, the younger Filipinas and younger Western women, in fact, and there's really not that much of a difference. They want you to think there is, but there's really not. When it comes to using a man for what you can get out of him, there's no difference between the Philippines and America. Mike will agree with me on that, okay? Because these young Filipinas and these young American chicks, okay, they want a man that's going to keep them, and they'll take a man and they'll say, oh, I want to shop, I want to go to the mall, take me to the mall, okay? They hate when you say, how much money are we spending? You know, I mean, you know, every man makes a certain net of money. I don't care, even Donald Trump. Every man makes a certain net. He has a spending limit. Even Donald Trump has a spending limit. Even Elon Musk has a spending limit. Especially when you're spending that money on another human. How much do you love me if you're willing to drain my bank account? Because you want all them shoes. You want all them blouses and all them little short skirts. And then, where are you wearing them short skirts at, sweetheart? Because you ain't wearing them at home. Oh, I'd love for you to wear them at home. I'd love to hop into bed with you, okay, while you wear them fancy skirts. You know what I'm saying? I would love that. I would love to hop into bed with you I would love to take you out of that skirt. But no. You want to be wearing some baggy pajamas all the way down to your ankles and some flops and a big old college sweatshirt walking around the house for me. Meanwhile, you getting all dressed up and what we just saw earlier with your back out And you're going down to the pool with your other girlfriends, okay, talking about, oh yeah, I love an old axe bat. I love a guy that's about 60 years old or so. Where's he at? He's not there, is he? No, you're doing this and he's at home, wondering when his nurse is going to come back and give him his medication. I do not believe in this age gap. Again, maybe 2 out of 200. The Philippines, okay, 3 out of 200. But I don't trust a woman, and I don't believe a woman, and I'm going to tell you something. Filipino women, their culture is to be sexy. For them. No matter what. Their culture is, they don't care about the sexuality and the beauty of the man. They do as far as having sex with multiple partners. That's all that's for. Like if you got an old guy and a young guy, okay, the young guy is more about maybe her sexual desire. Maybe she wants a young guy that's going to hit it real good. But as far as who she settles down with, she wants the old guy. But you think she's sitting there with her back out and letting you know she got her back out? She wants you to look at her back being out? You think she doing that for a bunch of old guys? No, she's doing that for the guys that she doesn't get a chance to sleep with. Or the guys that she might cheat on him with. While she gets on this YouTube channel, changes clothes, and wants to show you her punctual side. I don't trust that crap one bit. I don't trust it one bit. And why are all these Filipinas and these Filipino, even Mike here, too much video footage, man? Like why are you always on the videos? You talk about the Philippines like the Philippines is a death zone that we need to know how to handle ourselves in. Like I said, you're telling me that I need to go in there with my manhood, in an iron casket, locked to my rib cage, and I need to go in there with a gun, and I need to hide my money. Some of the stuff that Mike be saying. You know what I mean? And I like Mike. He's telling the truth. But the thing is, no man should have to go to a tourist nation and worry about the people that live there robbing him, beating him up, raping an innocent Filipina because she got caught with him and he got money. No man should have to go over there and see just how disrespectful Filipino women are to Filipino men. And how Filipino men, they looking but they don't want to touch them. I don't get that. I don't understand that, okay? But I'm closing. This is bad. But this is the thing. I do believe that there's a lot more going on in the Philippines than what I'm seeing on video. I believe that when I get off the plane, the first thing I'm not going to see is Ting. Ting with her back out. Doing her little digits. Got her back out. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And when they break up with these old men, watch their videos enough. And see if the same husband that she had in the last video was the one you just saw. Okay, because it's all about her status. And that's okay. That's Bible. A man is a woman's status. It don't matter how much money she got. A man is a woman's status. A man is her protection. He's her covering. A woman is naked without a man. That's Bible. That's what we teach in church. But you just gonna hook up with any old man, any old fart, okay? Whether he can even get it up or not, to be your status? You gonna hook up with a dude that you gotta be his nurse and his wife at the same time? And the only reason why you his wife is because it's bigger status than a girl that's playing girlfriend? But there's people here. I don't want this video to run out on me. There's people here that there's people here doing these videos that are constantly lying about the Philippines. They're not telling you the sad truth. They're not telling you about the crime rate. They're not telling you about if you go out there and look for a Filipina, it's one thing. If you don't go out there and look for a Filipina, it's more kosher, it's more plain, it's more simple. And they don't tell you where all the Filipinas that are, you know, up in age are hiding. And don't forget, the older women, they'll cheat on you and stuff too. Because why? They raise these bar girls. They raise these girls to live off of men at any cost. A lot of them have. They've raised their daughters to live off of a man and make a man his status at any cost. She don't care if he's prison bait. She don't care if he's in the Italian mob. You need a man because that is your status in the Philippines. And it just goes along with them being in the Philippines. I got my foreigner man and I'm making twice the money that I could be making. I have status. I got my foreigner man and I got my money. He got money, our money, status. And now I'm a step up. I'm higher and I'm better off than a lot of other Filipinos. And now people look up to me because I got my foreigner. And I got his money. Okay? I'm twice, my net worth is twice or triple what it was just yesterday. Now I can go hang out with my other friends who got foreigners. Okay? Because when these Filipinas go out, okay, their husbands never go with them. When they go out, their husbands are never there. Their husbands are not watching them do these TikTok videos and these Instagram videos. They don't get all dressed up to hang out at home with their husbands. They get all dressed up to keep doing these videos, getting you to want to come to the Philippines. For what? For what? That you can't get over here in the West. Oh, you don't have to work as hard and beg for it like you do over here in the West. I got it. They might just snatch you up for going to McDonald's and buying a Frosty. You turn around, hey, can we help you? Is there something we can do for you? And you're thinking, the counter's that way, behind me. She just did it for me. What am I supposed to do with all three of y'all? You gonna marry one of them while she doing TikTok and Instagram and showing her goodies to all these other men. You gonna marry one of them, and you gonna take care of her family, and she gonna go around bragging about her status. Meanwhile, you sitting at home wondering if she faithful to you. I'm out. D. Roy Cruz, thank you for watching.